high school's nothing like Mean Girls, because nowadays good is bad and bad is good. Staying on top of your work, sorry if I keep looking at it, I'm just trying. If I had the amount of money for how much work I had in that class, I would be a billionaire. Hey guys, it's me, Paige, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be giving you guys freshman advice. Okay, so school is coming up. I'm pretty sure some people have already been to school already for their first day. I'm pretty sure some people are going school supply shopping. I've been seeing a lot of clothing hauls, back to school and stuff. I do have one coming soon. I've just been seeing like all types of back to school videos, so I'm like, why not drop one for you guys? You get what I'm saying? You know what I mean? This video has been requested a lot lately. Like, I know you guys have been waiting on this video, so I'm like, why not just drop this video during this time, to be exact, due to school starting. Today we're going to be getting into freshman advice, one-on-ones, the musts, the don'ts, what you need to know, what I wish I would have known, how to just stay in the flow of things. Oh, I have to start my timer for my food. Wait a minute. I do have another video similar to this coming out very soon as well. We're going to get into the freshman advice. Now that I have everything written down, the first thing we're going to talk about is supplies. Now when you hear back to school supplies, you get very excited. You want to buy a cute notebook, you want to buy everything. Don't overdo the supplies. High school is very different from middle school and elementary. Most likely you're not going to need that many crayons, you're not going to need that many color pencils. It's probably an odd chance you'll need color pencils and markers. Now when you're doing projects and stuff, most teachers like their students to make their projects pop out. If you have art class, you know, you can bring your own stuff. Most likely your art class will have all those necessities that you may need. I do believe that having some just in case you have to complete a project at home is needed. I would have some just in case, but I wouldn't rush to get all that stuff. Most of the time you're not going to need crayons, color pencils, and markers. You're not going to really need that. I would suggest just getting pens, pencils, erasers, whiteout. You're going to need whiteout if you write with pens. The basics, notebook, like 2 notebooks and a folder. Most likely, I don't know, every school is different, but I didn't really use a lot of paper, but I did at the same time, if that makes sense. 1 second. Pookie texted me. Yeah! Don't overdo with the supplies. You can have cute supplies without overdoing it. So yeah, because you're just going to either waste money or waste supplies. Okay, next topic, deadline. Do not wait until the deadline, the day before or 2 days before, to complete a project or schoolwork. Stay on top of your work. I had world cultures, and as you know, history teachers, world cultures teachers, they will give you a brick of work. You know what I'm saying? If I had the amount of money for how much work I had in that class, I would be a billionaire. Not even on no funny stuff. Sorry if I keep looking at it, I'm just trying, you know. Anyways, I would be a billionaire. So I personally feel like staying on top of your work, number one, gets you ahead. So when they do assign extra work or more work, you already completed that work. So number two, it helps your teachers to trust that you're going to get your work done. They will look at you with expectations, know that you're responsible to get your work done. Number three, it's a good look on you. Number four, it just makes life much easier. If you get a project, do it before the date. That way when it comes and you have other classwork to do, it won't stack up and you won't be overwhelmed. This is the best thing. Just stay on top of your work. Friends. Don't make your number one priority to have friends. Let them come to you. Most likely you're going to meet different people in all your classes. I promise you that. You're going to meet regardless, but don't like make it where's your number priority is just to have friends and be popular. Because I'm gonna be honest, high school's nothing like Mean Girls. High school's nothing like Victorious. It's nothing like that. It's very much bland, but you can have a fun high school experience, all depending on who you're friends with. But everyone isn't your friend. I'm gonna be honest, some people don't always have the best intentions. Most likely the closest you're ever gonna be to people is in high school, because everyone has different walks of life. Everyone is different on their own pace in life, and I believe that you can meet the best people in high school, but you have to be careful. Don't hang around the wrong crowd. that goes and falls into the topic that I was talking about before. Do not hang around people that do stuff that you know you shouldn't be doing, that do stuff that you know you don't do, who you know you don't really fit in just to be cool or just to feel wanted by friends. Like, don't do that, because you're gonna regret it. It's been times where I've been in the house bored. You get what I'm saying? I've been feeling alone. I had friends, but you know, I felt like boring. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm in high school. My high school isn't giving high school, it's giving boring. You get what I'm saying? It's giving meh. But you have to look at it from a bigger picture. You get what I'm saying? So, not saying not to have fun, not to be young and live a life. Just don't be somewhere or do something that will put you in a situation of life-threatening regret or almost ruining a future career that you could have had just because you want to have fun and do what they're doing. Or everything that you see everybody else doing isn't always good, because nowadays good is bad and bad is good. You get what I'm saying? So follow your instinct. Do what you want to do. Don't get sucked into peer pressure. Don't be forced to do anything. Be your own person. It's gonna pay off. Like, those boring days in a house by yourself, those feeling like you're alone, you don't have no friends, those being on social media, seeing them have fun, but you're at home doing extra work for your classes, is gonna pay off. I'm telling you. So always stick to what you've been taught and always stick to the correct way. Don't fall off your path for other people. Stay out of drama. Stay out of drama. Okay, the only reason why I'm saying this is because drama is childish. I'm just being honest. And sometimes drama can find you without you even being in it. Like, it has its way. But stay out of drama. It's not a good look for you. And what I mean by that is you have to respect your reputation in high school, because those teachers that see you in the hallway every day are the ones who are going to give you recommendations. What that means is they're going to be able to write you recommendation letters for those colleges, careers, whatever you want to do, and here you're can. Not get in drama, because that's going to interfere with recommendations. Okay, so I'm back. Like I was saying, be yourself. People will like you more if you're just being yourself and staying true to yourself. Acting like someone else isn't the way to go, because eventually you're going to be revealed. The true you is going to be revealed at some point, so you might as well just be the true you. And I feel like you'll meet genuine people when you're being genuine, and that's just that. Do not worry about relationships or getting into a relationship. Don't go into high school expecting a long-term relationship, or, you know, feeling like you have to be in a relationship because you see X, Y, and Z in the hallway and you see other people posting on the gram with their relationship. It's cool. It's nothing wrong with being in a relationship if you are in a relationship. You know, good for you. But do not make that your #1 priority, because things go downhill really quickly. In high school, you're between the exposure of the real world and teenagehood. So it's a lot of stuff that just happens and occurs. Just make sure you know that person, because people do act like they're someone that they're not. So do not rush into it. For your freshman year, just stay single. Just stay single, and when you're ready, then you get into a relationship with someone. But don't worry about relationships when you're first going into high school, because honestly, it's not... You know, relationships are going to always be there, opportunities, and just being free isn't going to always be there. You know what I'm saying? So not make relationships your #1 priority, because everyone's still young and people make mistakes and no one's perfect. And I think as a young adult or just a young teen that's going into high school, that relationships are more for a mature version of yourself. Just get a feel of high school first before you start making rational decisions like getting into a relationship. If you're a freshman female, right, this goes for freshman boys as well, but mostly targeted for the female group, do not talk to an upperclassman. Don't do it. And what I mean by upperclassman, I'm not talking about you're a freshman, you talk to a sophomore, or a sophomore likes you. I'm talking about like somebody that's a senior or a junior. If you're a junior or a senior, you should not be talking to a freshman. Like, I just don't see why people do it. Now, when you're out of high school and you're in college, 3 years isn't bad. 3 years isn't bad. But in high school, I don't know, it's just not right. Something about it just, like, ugh. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a freshman girl, do not talk to a senior male. Do not let them talk to you. If they try to talk to you, run, girl. The way that you're thinking about things, they're most likely not thinking that way. you're just coming into high school and they're about to leave. So their plan with you is not nearly what you think that is going to be. They're not going to want to settle down with you. They're not going to want to be with you. They're not going to take you seriously. When you're in high school, they're going to be in college, talking to college girls, doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? Do not talk to an upperclassman. Do not let him talk to you. No, you could be friends with people. Senior, don't do it. Do not do it, because their only priority is, if you know, you know. Like, don't do it. Don't do it, because you're setting yourself up for a heartbreak and disaster. So if they try to talk to you, dismiss them, run. Respectful to your teachers and your peers. If someone's being nice to you, most likely if you need help finding a class or you need help with something, there's going to be somebody, there's always going to be someone in high school that's willing to help you. No one's going to just be like, ew, no. Now, you have some ignorant people out here who will be like, who will just stare and look at you, but most likely that's not going to happen, depending on who they are. Now, you do have some immature people, but besides that, people and teachers are most likely willing to help you find a class or help you get around, find your way around the building, or whatever the case may be. So always respect your peers, or always be respectful to your teachers, because they are the ones who are going to help you out the most. Have fun without jeopardizing your reputation. From personal experience, just always stay on top of your stuff, because it's easier to slip off with your work than to get back on your work. And what I mean by that is, easier to mess up than to continue to do good with your work. Always stay on top of your work. 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 It's going to make your high school experience much easier. It's going to make your life easier. It's going to have less stress on you. So yeah, prioritize self-care, because self-care is going to be very needed in high school. High school is it can be very fun, but it can also be very stressful, depending on the type of teacher you have, the type of course you're taking, and how much work you need to get done. It's really easy to fail a class. I'm just gonna say that. If you are not doing your work, playing around, not taking it seriously, you can fail very easily. So take your work seriously. Manage your time. Like I said earlier, responsible with your time. Hygiene. Stay on top of your hygiene. Take care of yourself. Stay on top of your hygiene. Just because you look good does not mean that you're healthy. Take care of your hygiene. And this also falls into the category of taking care of yourself. High school is when your body is going through a whole bunch of hormones and you're changing and stuff. You have to be on top of your A game with your hygiene, because if you don't, people will talk about you. They will say you stink. You know what I'm saying? I never had that issue because I always took care of my hygiene, but stay on top of your health, your mental health and your physical health. I'm gonna be honest with you. There will be upperclassmen that will have comments about lowerclassmen. Dismiss them, because most likely they're not talking about you. They're probably talking about someone else that they've encountered, because there are different types of freshmen. So don't take everything to heart as well. When you get in high school, you're gonna hear comments. Not saying you're gonna always hear comments, not saying you will at all, because some people don't care. But if you hear a comment about freshmen, just ignore it. Try to see what you're gonna do. Don't fall for it. You being mature and ignoring them is going to make people gravitate towards you. One last tip: don't walk slow in the hallways. Don't run in the hallways. Walk at a regular pace, but don't walk slow where as though people are waiting for you to walk so that they can get to their class, because most likely you're going to get bumped into. I'm just being honest. Like, do not be inconsiderate. Be considerate in high school. You know what I'm saying? Be considerate of other people and be considerate of your own emotions. So yeah, that's it for freshman advice today. Thank you guys for watching. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell to stay tuned for more of this.